Friends, welcome to this particular video. I am going to talk to you about something very interesting. It's called the 4 C's of family welfare economics. The 4 C's of family welfare economics is a very famous concept in India because lot of insurance agents are using it. Not only that, there are many trainers who have now started training on the 4 C's concept. The only problem is that these people are talking or telling people that Adam Smith was the one who created these 4 C's and family welfare economics, and that too in his book called Wealth of Nations. Actually, there is nothing of 4 C's in Wealth of Nations. So please don't be misled. Don't go and tell some wrong information to the clients, because if a client is a professor of economics, or if he is a economics if he is a PhD or a head of department or somebody who has worked in the area of economics, he will definitely laugh. So I want to warn all of you that please remove this word Adam Smith when you are talking about the 4 C's or family welfare economics. The problem is that many people have heard about this concept. They have not directly heard it from me. They have heard it through different multiple sources which have got diluted over the period of time. Also, they have read my book and they have tried to implement this. So whenever somebody who has not other than me teaching this concept, will always be something which is wrong, because then it will not be really giving the correct information about family welfare economics and the 4 C's. So my dear friends, I would just like to give you a brief background that in the year 1993 I had developed and designed this concept. It took me 2 to 3 years to really work out and create that whole flow, and that is when I created this concept and I started talking to people. 1995 I did a training program with Mr. Santosh Nair, and I was we were in a training program, American training program, for almost a year. And after that, in 1996 I started calling him to meet him and to give him this presentation, but Santosh Nair never gave me an appointment, and it was after a lot of persistent effort that I was able to get his appointment somewhere in late 1996. My dear friends, it is there for the first time to an HNI client I pitched the 4 C's family welfare economics, and it worked like magic. Santosh Nair just became so excited with this concept. He had met a lot of life insurance agents, but understand this in the year 1996. Now imagine, my dear friends, how many of the trainers who are actually teaching you 4 C's would have been there in this industry in 1996. I don't think anybody would have been there. So because it is such a popular concept, people have just started taking it and started training. They have read my book. So I have published a book in 2013 about family welfare economics, and they started reading the book and they heard some concept from somebody, and some half-baked kind of thing is what they are teaching. You should always go with the source. You always know what is original is always original. Xerox is always Xerox. So if you have heard about this concept, or if somebody else has trained you and taught you on these 4 C's, please remember that will always be duplicate. Now why I am saying this is because I would like you to personally listen to what Santosh Nair has spoken about in 1996 when he heard this concept. How did he like it? So I am just playing a clip of his so that you are able to really understand how this particular concept actually helped me to get a very big policy from Santosh Nair. Please listen to him.
I had no idea about the insurance industry at all, and that is when Lazarus exposed me to the 4 C concept of insurance. The creation of income, the consumption of income, the conservation of income, and the continuation of income, the 4 C concept. And he explained this in such a beautiful manner that I felt that here is a person who was not selling, but was making people buy something that was essential, necessary, mandatory, compulsory, and important for people. And that's how the whole thing happened. And I realized the importance of insurance, and I said, for a lifetime now I'm going to be associated with you, and I want you to be my financial advisor, my insurance advisor, or my lifetime advisor.
Besides that, I also published my book called Family Welfare Economics in 2013. And this is the book Family Welfare Economics, which was published in 2013. Mr. Rajesh Tagore has been teaching about this concept for a long time. And it was in 2013 when I published my book. I went to Rajesh Tagore and took a bite, and then he actually expressed and explained about family welfare economics, and just listen to what he has to say.
Now, there are millions of stories, millions of concepts, what an agent can communicate in front of the customer and, make him get ready to buy insurance. Among all of them, I believe the most effective concept and the strategy is the concept of family welfare economics, introduced in India by great Lazarus Dias. I'm fortunate to be knowing him, and he decided to write this book, Family Welfare Economics, so that you can get benefited. I recommend all of you to read this book, not once but again and again, and apply this knowledge in your life and also in your customers and prospects' life. I guarantee that you will achieve success.
Friends, after listening to these two, people who are very big trainers in the insurance industry, you must be now very clear, who is basically the author, who is basically the creator of this 4Cs concept. Please do not go and tell people that it was Adam Smith. Please don't go and tell people that Wealth of Nation. People just throw out these names. Where, in the Wealth of Nation is this chapter? I don't know. And if somebody tells you that Adam Smith has created this concept, please ask them, what is the page number of the book where this concept is given in the Wealth of Nations book. I hardly believe any of these people must have read the Wealth of Nation, because I am a BA in economics and psychology, and that is why I have learnt about Adam Smith. My dear friend, through this video what I am going to do is I am going to do some few videos on this presentation. So I am going to show you a 4Cs ka cards ka presentation. I am going to show you a 4Cs ka flip chart presentation, and there is also a higher level presentation which is a third level. But I want you to see the original way in which this has to be explained or which this has to be pitched, so that you are able to understand that the people who have taught you, if it was not our academy, the people who have taught you have really not taught you the correct thing, and it is very, very, very bad to go with people with wrong information. And I don't want that this wrong information you should go and somebody will challenge you. Therefore, look at these videos. So I am showing you a video which is a 4Cs cards presentation. This is basically for people with income less than 5 lakhs. With people with income less than 5 lakhs, above 5 lakhs to 15 lakhs, we have the flip chart presentation. So that also will be, I'll be doing a role play with somebody and showing you that. So what I want you to do is, if you want to buy the flip chart or the 4Cs cards, we have given it down in the description box. Also the phone number is there, so you can call up. Not only that, I would like that maximum people understand and know who is the real source of this 4Cs and family welfare economics. So please share this video with the maximum development officers and friends and your agent friend, so that let everybody come to know the originality. Let them learn the original thing, so that they are able to help other people. Now this is one part of the game. Then we have something called the gap analysis. So primarily people will teach you about 4Cs, but nobody will teach you about the gaps. Because after you do the 4Cs, you have to give the gaps, the present gap, future gap. And the third step is, how do you match the product to this gap, So you'll need to create, you'll need to understand which kind of policy you should give for these gaps. This is only explained to you in our academy, because our academy is the original where all this work is happening and where it is being done. So it's like Abhimanyu. You remember in the war, Mahabharata war, Abhimanyu had to go in the Chakravyuh. He knew how to go, but he did not know how to come out. this is what is happening as far as family welfare economic and 4Cs is concerned. It's like Abhimanyu, you are only opening the call, but you don't know how to close the call, how to analyze the data, and then how to suggest the product. And if you don't know that, you will get stuck, because the customer will be very unhappy, because the presentation will lift him up to a very different place. But if you are not able to give him the correct analysis and diagnosis, and then suggest the correct product, he will not be happy with you. So my dear friends, please remember this, and the next 2-3 videos will be giving you a live demo of this. So definitely please see that, and thank you very much for watching this video.